Hello and welcome, GoldBoys Primetime Dinger Tuesday Special Edition. I think my mic is clipping a little bit. Sorry if I'm like super loud in your guys' ears. Turn that down a little bit. We got the Ghost Fish Paranormal Base, Jerry himself. We also have NicLarson, the Strikeout King of Twitter. If you ask me or anybody that really knows what I'm talking about, how we doing?
I'm sick.
Well, that's not
I was gonna
good.
say, hopefully I'm better than Jerry.
All right.
I'm always sick.
I kind of that's right. Like, I agree. You are always sick. What the hell, man? You take some immune system boosters or something.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate that.
Could help. I don't know.
Would you trust a doctor that had a mustache like that?
Absolutely not. Guy looks more like a porn star than anything.
What I'm going for. I'll be honest. So guys, we were talking before the show. I didn't even know who the hell won the game last night as far as the NBA goes.
Why
But
couldn't we not start the show?
yeah,
that
would have been hilarious. It would have been a clip for the ages. But yeah, are the Celtics gonna blow it up? Like, what are they gonna do? How many games are the Nuggets gonna take to blow this up? I don't know what's gonna happen.
I think that if they do keep Jaylen Brown, he should be required to go to some sort of like middle school dribbling clinic or ball handling course or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see him blowing it up. I was listening to Bill Simmons today, Celtics guy, and he was throwing out stuff of trying to get Scoot Henderson with Jaylen Brown traded for that, and I don't know. It's always panic though when you lose to try to make some huge move. So we'll see.
They got to just trade Jaylen Brown, trade him to the Hawks, get back DeJounte Murray. That'll be a nice core. You keep going. I mean, the Celtics are just too good as a unit. Now we're really gonna see now after their coaching change. We got 1 year with Missoula, so we'll see if that, because things change over time. Like, we look at the Warriors, everybody was crediting Mark Jackson for how good they were, but then Steve Kerr kind of kept that ship going. So we'll see if Missoula could keep doing that for the next few years. But they definitely have to make a change. They just, I don't know. This team doesn't really seem like they have a lot of camaraderie.
They got to do something, right? And I know obviously I'm not super paying attention to NBA, which is quite apparent, but this core hasn't won a ring, right? So like, and obviously they're good every year, they're competing, but like, kind of what I've been saying about the Pacers even is that, like, if you're not winning championships or like in the finals, like that's a failure of a season to me. Same thing with my Colts and Yankees too. Like, they got to do something. I don't know. I don't know how you trade Tatum, but they got to get somebody. They got to get something, right? They got to shake it up a little bit. But
I mean, they were in the finals last year, and then they were a game away this year. So I don't know. I mean,
they're also not very healthy. I mean,
no, they're never healthy.
Robert Williams, a full Robert Williams. That was he's a difference maker for them. So
you're relying on Horford, 40-year-old Horford, to play huge minutes.
True, that's true. All right, everybody's here for baseball. Chat's kind of going crazy, talking about some sort of AA meeting or something. I don't know what they're talking about.
I say I'm quiet.
Yeah,
I can't really project my voice. I'm sick as a motherfucker right now, but
I can turn you up a little bit. Try that.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay.
Is that better, chat? Let us know. Somebody said my mustache looks like Wario. A couple comments on the Mario or on the Miller High Life that I'm drinking. Love that for all of us. But oh, my shirt. You like this? I just got this in the mail. I've been waiting on it. It's from RotoWear. Like that too. Yeah, I don't have a code or anything, but I would give it to you if I had it.
Very nerdy of you.
Padres, Marlins. We got Ryan Weathers.
Spend much time on this, right?
Sandy Alcantara. We're betting Jorge Soler, right?
Yeah, we don't got to spend much time on it.
Yeah,
you just got to go with it. Lefty, Jorge Soler is just, you just got to bet it. That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hate the odds. So how I played it was, if you guys don't know, there are a few different promos boosts you can do today. DraftKings has a 50% profit boost, and Caesars will give you two 25% boost tokens for a home run play. You can use it on straight plays or anything home run related. Even you can use it on a parlay too. I used my 50% boost on Jorge Soler to hit a home run. I think it got to plus 420 when I looked at it. So I played that at a coordinated $25 to win 100 and something. Because the odds are getting gross, but at the same time, like, until he shows that he's not gonna just destroy left-handed pitching every time he sees one, then like I feel like you have to bet it, try to find a way to utilize a different boost that we're getting and all of that. But Ryan Weathers is super mid. He hasn't been giving up a whole lot of home runs, but he has been giving up a decent amount of hits. Had a couple of good, well, it was only an inning. I think he's been in and out of that rotation, right? But giving up a lot of hard hit balls, and it doesn't really matter. Like
Soler's
whoever,
going for it.
yeah. I mean, Soler is just he's still one dotting, slugging wise, not OPS slugging. His slugging percentage against lefty is a one dot on the season, which is bananas. That would be an insane OPS on base plus slugging. So yeah, I'm in on Soler for quarter unit with the DraftKings boost, 50% up to plus 420.
And even if he wasn't a lefty, you still got to look at him. 6 home runs in the last 8 games.
Yeah, crazy. Yes, Charton, he's in my Discord too. So, Soler 2 home runs at plus 2,600. Yeah, I don't hate that either. Like that, obviously that's more of a lottery pick there. But when he was in Coors Field, it was plus 1,700. I know that because I bet it. So not too bad. What do you got, Nick?
I said I only have one thing to add pitching here. I coached against Weathers in high school. So if you were betting him against 14 to 17-year-olds, I would take his over in strikeouts because most of those kids couldn't hit like 94, 95, but not anymore.
Just a subtle, name drop brag there from NicLarson. I actually love that for him.
He smoked us. He smoked us.
Yeah, I don't know. His stuff's okay. He's given the Padres length, but he's getting hit. The Nationals put 5 runs up on him. No home runs, but 7 hits, 500 balls, 2 extra base hits. So he can be hit, and honestly, again, it doesn't matter if it's Nolan Ryan was left-handed, put him out there against Jorge Soler, he's going yard, I think. So I love that, especially find a way to boost it because the odds are going to be trash. So shop your lines, find a boost, do that, and yeah. Damn Slim, what happened? I don't know. JD Martinez, we'll get there. Did I miss anything? Soler. Yes, love that. Bets. Jorge Soler is the bet. My favorite team to watch in baseball, Texas Rangers, Martin Perez taking on Alex Fado of the Detroit Tigers. Tigers are actually starting to look a little better, which is interesting. They're kind of in that weird limbo of the AL Central sucks, and are they gonna, try to sell out and make a run here to make the playoffs and get swept or what? But they do look a little bit better, especially if they can start getting anything out of Javi Baez, who's having one of the worst stretches of his career. They could make it interesting because the White Sox stink, the Guardians stink, everybody in that division stinks. So this could be.
Jerry could wake up Baez if he really wanted to. He has that power.
That's true, Jerry. Tigers fans everywhere, including our boss NJC, who might be watching. Like, yeah, man. Just take Javi Baez to hit a home run. He's gonna do it. Like you control him. Jerry is the Baez whisperer. Ginger Snap G in Twitch chat. Yeah. Josh Young, Jonah Heim. Yeah, I don't hate that. Nick, you got anything on this game?
Nah, I'm gonna pass on it. Perez is too sweaty for me. Fado had 10 Ks last game, which was completely out of the ordinary for him. So. I would like to see him have another good game before I touch him.
You guys are both uncultured swines. His last name is Faedo.
Is it?
Yes.
I listened to Locked On Tigers this morning. He was calling him Fado. That's why I said it like that.
Everybody's an uncultured swine and doesn't like to pronounce these people's last names.
Most people.
The guy stinks.
Faedo? I do apologize for that. Faedo, my bad.
He doesn't stink. He's actually pretty decent, but.
He was a high round pick.
Yeah, I see a lot of people that are like Seager, Simeon. I love Nathaniel Lowe for this game.
I looked at it too.
Faedo, he likes to pound lefties inside with a fastball. Has a pretty good changeup too. Throws his changeup pretty heavy against them too. But Seager doesn't do very well against fastballs this season. Nathaniel Lowe, on the other hand, is a fastball changeup guy this season. He's mashing both of them. I really like this match, especially for the odds. This is a guy who had 27 home runs last season. He's only on pace for about 15, so he's underperforming right now. I think this is the perfect matchup to really wake him up. I wouldn't go too crazy and say he's going to hit 2 home runs today, but I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I looked pretty heavy at this game. I did end up going with Seager, but I don't hate the Josh Lowe look. I think Jonah
Damn.
Heim is starting to heat up. Somebody asked about that. Adolis Garcia, I think, is like the short shot for a home run in this game at plus 350 against a righty. He's kind of due. My boy Zeke Duran is on the IL, so we can't take him. Josh Young, I will say, I have bet on Josh Young home run like 3 days in a row now. I'm not betting it tonight, so that's almost a lock for you guys. I'm not taking it.
I'm
It's
not
almost
betting him either.
it's
I did
almost
it
a
too.
lock.
I did it too. I'm not doing it.
So I hear what you're saying about the I hear what you're saying about Seager against the fastball. So when I was looking at it, fastballs in general, or especially against lefties, he's actually hit really well. It's the fastball against the righties that for some reason he doesn't have great numbers against this year, which
They pound him in.
which is just and it's just a little weird to me. But this guy is like red hot. I think he has like 14 or something crazy, 100 plus balls hit in the last 5 days. He's destroying everything he sees. So I did go ahead and play it. I think I got it at like plus 420, 450 or something. Let me scroll up and find it. So plus 400 on FanDuel. So the best line was, I think, plus 450 on PointsBet. To me, it's worth taking a little bit of a hit here to make use of the FanDuel promo, because I think with this Rangers offense, I think you could get to 5 home runs pretty easily in this game, maybe by themselves, just because they're destroying the baseball. So I did go, the $25 quarter unit on Corey Seager plus 400 on FanDuel. Again, I think the best odds were PointsBet of 425 or 450 or something like that. But yeah, I don't hate anybody in this Rangers lineup. It seems like can go yard at any time, and United, it doesn't matter who they're facing. So I'm not going to argue with you about anybody.
Yeah, I got low at plus 520. He was plus 560. I went to lock it in. He dropped to plus 520, but that's on FanDuel. On PointsBet, I think he's plus 600. You're gonna find him around there in like every book, plus 500 to plus 600 range.
Yeah, and so somebody pointed out that Seager is plus 420. Yeah, I was looking at my post from this morning at plus 400. He did go up on FanDuel from 400 to 420, pretty much right when lineups got posted, I think. So it is plus 420 on FanDuel. Might have been 450 on PointsBet. You can use the Pickett Sports app. Use code GoldBoys to shop that for sure. Also, shout out to the Sleeper Picks HQ. Really good total baselines on Sleeper for sure. And if you're in a non-legal gambling state, you can use that app. So use code GoldBoys on both. And yeah, anything else in this game? Nick, you got anything pitching wise? Nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Another thing I'll say is it's lefty tonight. Riley Green at some point soon, I think, is going to go on a run. His exit velo is trending up. He's really starting to lift the ball. I'm big on this kid. A lot of people in Detroit are excited about him. Kid can hit. I don't like the lefty matchup tonight, but I'm definitely keeping my eye on Riley Green. And who's the other guy? He's not showing up on my list for some reason. McKinstry. Yeah, okay. Zach McKinstry, another lefty to keep an eye on. He's the best hitter on the Tigers right now, all around, and he's not getting a whole lot of attention just because it's the Tigers. But keep an eye on Zach McKinstry as well. He's another lefty, so I don't like him tonight either. But Zach Short, yeah, a lot of people are kind of calling for his job in Detroit, but he's heating up. He's heating up because he knows that, and he's playing for his job right now. Straight up, he's playing for his job 100%. So that's another way you can kind of attack me. What's that? His birthday was yesterday?
Yeah.
Interesting. Did he hit a homer yesterday?
He did not.
He hit one recently, though, right?
He won Sunday.
Yeah. All right. Kyle Gibson. Is that right? Kyle Gibson? Guardians, yeah. Orioles. I think this could be a decent homer game, even though it is in Camden Yards. Righty on righty. It's a couple lefties. Really on both sides you can target. I do have one pick from this game. Do you guys have anything?
Yeah, I'm going to go with my guy Adley Rutschman. I mean, I got to take him at home here. He is hitting ridiculous splits at home. He's hitting 100 points higher in his batting average. 7 of his 8 home runs are coming at home. It's just something about playing at home that he loves. He hits, obviously his power comes when he's batting lefty. He's a switch hitter. He's going to be batting lefty just for the first few at-bats here. And you're just going to get good value on him every single time. He's plus 600. I think you pretty much exclusively bet this guy when he's at home against a righty, right? I would think so. I mean, the numbers are there. If you're betting this guy on the road against a left-handed pitcher when he's batting righty. You're pretty much donating your money at this point. He's not hitting a home run, but just based on the matchup and how he's doing at home right now, you got to take him at plus 600.
I'm with you, and I'm in on Rutschman as well. So I actually took him. I ended up taking him on Caesars with one of their 20% profit boost coins. So I ended up taking $15, 0.15 U. I got it up to plus 812 on Caesars with that boost coin. This is one to me where it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to play him on FanDuel, just honestly, because you're taking a 200-point-ish hit on the odds. I think the best straight line was plus 800 on BetMGM. He's like, what is he on FanDuel?
Plus 600.
Plus 600. Yeah, so that's a pretty big hit. They are in Camden Yards, which for lefties is a good matchup. I don't see 5 home runs in this game. I don't know if you do, but I don't see it getting to 5. Guardians aren't really big power team at all. Orioles kind of they do okay power wise, but you've got Mountcastle is a big part of that. And a lot of righties there. So I don't love playing this on FanDuel, especially when you're taking that big hit in the odds. So I ended up playing it for $15, 0.15 unit, whatever you want to say, on Caesars with the boost. And let me rattle you off some nerd stats here. Quantrill just kind of stinks. He pitches to contact a lot. He's given up 4 home runs and 102 plate appearances to lefties, and then another 4 extra base hits. Righties hit him a little bit better for average. Righties are batting like 279 against him. Lefties only 230, which is a little interesting, but the lefty power numbers are a lot better against him. He throws a sinker 48% of the time to lefties, and lefties are batting 328 with 4 extra base hits and 2 home runs against his sinker. Adley is destroying the sinker from righties. He's only quote unquote only batting 333 against it, but he's slugging 800. Pretty much every time he runs into a sinker, it's at least an extra base hit. He does have 200 or 2 home runs. He's seen that pitch 79 times for like 15 outcomes or at bats. 15 times the sinker has been the last pitch of the at bat. And he's just destroying. He's got 600 plus exit velocities in the last 5 days. And his fly ball rate is crazy recently. It's up to 28%, which isn't super high. Like I think Soler's is like 40, but for the type of hitter he is, that shows me he's lifting the ball a lot more just recently. He also got his first full day off of the season last time. NJC, can you only send me Discord messages if it's important? I thought this was like a technical issue, and he's telling me Zach Short stinks, basically.
Please fire him.
So yeah, first full day off yesterday. All season, he's gotten some DH days, but hopefully we're getting a fully rested Adley Rutschman and taking him at plus what I say, plus 816, 815, something like that. I love that. People are giving me Adley Rutschman's odds on 365. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I can't bet them.
I'm always curious what those are.
Plus 1050 on 365, which is crazy. If you're lucky enough to be able to use Bet 365, don't use any other book for home runs. What's that?
Perfect. I can't bet it.
Yeah, me
Bet
neither.
365 is a money laundering place that they just don't care about making profits. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Plus 750 on DraftKings. That's not terrible. Adley. Yes, Adley. That is what both me and Jerry are both playing, and we didn't even talk about it before. McKinstry has played well. He's not starting. Blair, Lowe, Seager. What game are we on? We're on the Guardians, Orioles, Mountcastle. So I wanted to like Mountcastle. I wouldn't hate Mountcastle for a basis play. I don't like betting Mountcastle home run in Baltimore just because of that left field. So if this was flipped, if this game was in Cleveland, I would have probably been on Mountcastle, even though he sees the ball a lot better off of lefties. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not on Mountcastle all day. Is it Gibson for Baltimore? That's right?
Yes.
Yeah, you've asked 3 times.
Thank you. I didn't listen anytime. Knicks Brewers, who kind of stink right now. I don't know. They're playing okay. Andrew Hauser, who does stink on the mound for them. And then you say Kikuchi.
Hey.
What? For the Blue Jays, go ahead. I know you've been playing this game. You go first, Nick.
You just said Hauser stinks.
Yeah.
He does, but not this year.
Got to be a regression sometime coming, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, I love Kikuchi in this game at home. The Brewers, anytime there's a lefty against the Brewers, it's a system play. They cannot. I don't know what is with their lineup, but they last year couldn't, this year can't hit any form of left-handed pitching, whether they throw hard, soft, anything. Kikuchi, I'm pulling up his stuff. At home, he has faced the Rays. He beat the Rays, 9 strikeouts. He faced the White Sox, 8 strikeouts. The Braves, 7 strikeouts, won all 3 of those. The only loss he had was against Baltimore, so he pitches really well at home. I'm not sure what the odds are now, but on DraftKings, you could get 4 Ks and win for -120. I would even do 5 Ks. If you want to get crazy with Jerry, I know Jerry's into these kind of bets. I think 10 Ks was like close to +2,000 in the win. I really like the PPD aspect. I don't see like you said, there's regression coming for Hauser. He's not that good. He's just had some good ground ball outings with his sinker or whatever, but I do not see the Brewers with this lineup they have in tonight. It's like basically a AAA lineup plus a couple dudes. I don't see them winning at Toronto.
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead, Jerry. I'm about to talk for a minute with numbers and stuff, so you first.
I think Darren Ruff is going to hit a leadoff home run in this game.
All right. Well, before we get to home runs, before we get to home runs, I don't hate that look for Kikuchi either. I mean, he's done it a couple times. I've terrible strikeouts this year, but he got 9 against the Rays about a month and a half ago, I guess at this point. Which that's a good ball team. The White Sox he got 8 against. So I don't know if I would go to 10 personally, but the odds you're getting for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. Are probably pretty good. I don't think that's a bad look at all. The Brewers definitely striking out a ton versus lefties, especially 6th highest percentage of their outs to the strikeout in the last couple of weeks. And real quick on Hauser, so he has gone 5 2/3, 5 2/3, 4 1/3, 4 2/3. Hasn't given up a run since his second start against the Royals. He pretty much shut down the Rays and the Astros, but pointing to what you were talking about the kind of the lucky ground ball outs. His WOBA and his runs and his hits and everything are down, but his Sierra is up. So if you don't know what Sierra is, Google it. It looks at the types of contacts basically. And his Sierra was a little high for both of those games, 4.17.
Is that like Ruben Sierra or like Sierra Mist?
Skill Interactive Earned Run Average.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, it's an acronym. It's an acronym.
Okay.
It's Skill Interactive Earn Run Average, but it doesn't have runs in the formula, so it's a little weird. But I don't hate that. But go ahead, Jerry. Darren Ruff, he popped up for me too. I didn't take him because I don't think he's like that good at baseball just in general, but he's hitting the shit out of the ball right now, so it's not bad.
I mean, he's in there for one reason, right? He's in there to face the lefty. The bad thing about Darren Ruff is that he's probably going to get subbed out as soon as the lefty comes out. Sure. But Kikuchi's has had some first inning struggles. It's well documented all season. If he gets behind in the count, he sails them in there. This is his big problem. If the count is 1-0, 1-1, he tries to get ahead of the count and wants to throw a strike, and he kind of just leaves it flat. If Darren Ruff is going to hit a home run, it's going to be off this guy. I mean, this is the only time I would probably ever bet Darren Ruff again. I'm not going to say I didn't before. I did. But this is probably my last shot. My last shot with Darren Ruff today.
Is he like a reverse defensive replacement? He's like an
offensive replacement?
Yeah, but he's not even the replacement. He's like getting replaced.
Yeah.
He's just there for lefties. Just straight analytics move.
I saw him do that the other day with him. Like he was in there for like 2 ABs and then gone. Yeah,
it's the biggest risk that I mean, it's kind of stupid that his odds should be plus 900 or plus 800 at this point, but you know what? I like the matchup. I gotta take it.
He is 0 for 3 with 2 Ks against him, so he's due.
Yeah, I don't even care about that small sample size, but it's pretty much just a matchup I like.
That's interesting, and yeah, he was showing up to me and on my stuff. I was like, I'm not doing that, but you're so good at picking those weird things like that. Like, yeah, I'd be in.
I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna go on DraftKings and bet first at bat home run. I'm gonna put like $10 on it and just walk away. We'll see what happens.
So
like
somebody said he's plus 560 somewhere. Is that right? And then Darren Ruff is plus 400 on FanDuel. So plus 560 on DraftKings.
400.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that honestly.
He was plus 5 something before.
Okay. So catching up on chat here. Adley plus 975 on Fanatics, who just purchase PointsBet, by the way. So interesting stuff coming there. And then a couple people mentioning like Vladdy. Is he down to 400?
Yes.
So you can use the Pickett Sports app, code GoldBoys. Looks like he is plus 560, I think, still like on DraftKings or something. Let us know, chat. Okay, catching up here. Somebody mentioned Willie Contreras, so that's who jumped out to me in this game. I didn't bet anything in this game, but the two that I really
one
looked at.
Brewer, that'd be my pick too.
Yeah, so he's been seeing the ball really well. His exit velocity has been really high against lefties, especially. Fly ball rate I think also has been up. So Contreras would be the play for me if I was picking one home run in every game. I also like Dalton. Is Varsho starting? Do we have a Blue Jays lineup? Anybody know? Dalton Varsho is also an interesting play on the Blue Jays side.
Yeah, he's hitting 7th.
Okay, a couple people mentioned like Bo Bichette, which I don't hate either. It doesn't really matter. It seems like for him whether it's a righty lefty on the mound, he just kind of destroys the ball. It seems like I don't have stats in front of me to back that up. A couple people also mentioned Vladdy. Listen, I can't bet on Vladdy. I literally haven't gotten Vladdy. I've bet Vladdy like probably like 8-10 times this year. I've been wrong every time. So if you guys like Vladdy, do it. I'm not going to talk you out of it because he's really good at hitting the baseball, but I can't bet on him. Anything else on this one? Brandon Belt, that's interesting. That is interesting too. I don't hate that. You're probably getting good odds too. Nothing else? All right. Red Sox, Ben Lively, who's actually been pretty solid, interestingly, because I don't think he's that good at baseball. I don't know what you think, Nick. Brian Bayo, who I think is kind of steadily improving, but still got some ways to go for sure. Listen, I tweeted last week, I think, that the Reds are going to make a run at that second wild card spot in the National League. I think this is a good baseball team. I really do, and they're getting better every day. They've got a couple of kids in AAA. I did hear a lot of people think Ellie De La Cruz is coming up this weekend, by the way. So I'm going to be really interested to see what his home run odds are. Look up Ellie De La Cruz on YouTube if you don't know who we're talking about. Number one prospect for baseball. But you guys got anything on this game? I didn't bet it.
Yeah, I took Devers.
Yeah.
Kind of the same reason that for the Faedo reasoning. Lively's this guy took 3 years off out of the major leagues, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to believe this guy's a elite pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him for the turnaround, but he's pretty much fastball changeup versus lefties, kind of the same thing. Devers loves fastballs. He's a guy who can turn on fastballs. I really like that matchup. I think he gets a fastball here, and he turns on it. He's also super due, if you want to go by that logic, which is kind of stupid, but I love it.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. And it also seems like Devers is every time he goes on one of those runs where he's got like 3-4 home runs in a few nights, like there's no indicators before. Like it's not really his exit velocity is trending up, his fly ball percent. He just starts hitting the shit out of the ball. So yeah, I wouldn't hate that at all. Super due, yeah. Jake Fraley, somebody mentioned. That's an interesting one. Bayo, he will give up. I think Bayo's going to give up at least one home run tonight, maybe two, is what I'll say. It's hard for me to really kind of nail down who that's going to be, but for me, it would be either Fraley or honestly Steer, even righty on righty. I think that both those guys are really good. Fraley is a little due. Friedel is not a bad look either. Also, I'm not a futures better guy, but a futures bets guy, but Spencer Steer as NL Rookie of the Year would be an interesting play. I don't know if anybody has those odds in front of him, but Adley is now 630. Yeah, Spencer Steer.
There's a guy named Francisco Alvarez murdering
That's
baseballs
true.
right now.
That's true. 100% that's true. 100% that's true. He's probably the short shot though, right? This isn't a future show, but you know.
What? Wait, what?
You know what his odds are?
Yeah, I got it.
You got
it? Alvarez plus 700 is third behind Outman and Carroll.
Don't play either one of those. I don't think either one of those guys win it.
3,000 like 2 weeks ago.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's either one of those two. Who?
De La Cruz.
Yeah, I saw that. And honestly, it's not that bad of a play. This guy's like I don't know, Giancarlo, like in his prime, if he never had, I don't know. He hits the ball harder than Giancarlo, but he does still strike out a lot. So but he's hitting the ball over the scoreboard, literally in the I think there is that Louisville. But anyway, that's a good look. a couple people mentioned Yoshida. I don't know. It seems like the league is really kind of figured out how to pitch to Yoshida. He really struggles when you throw him a ton of breaking balls for whatever reason. So he had that run of like 2 weeks of every single day almost cashing his bases, a couple home runs in there. I think he's gonna figure it out and bring it back around, but I need to see
He's
a little
trending
bit
back
more
up
out of him.
now.
Yeah, he's starting to head that way. I need to see a little bit more out of Yoshida before I bet him personally, but he's a really good hitter. He's a really good baseball player. So that's not a bad bet really on any given night, especially against a Ben Lively, who I think we all agree is due to regress at some time. Phillies and Jerry's Mets. Rangers Suarez, fourth start looks like back off the IL, right? Kodai Senga. What do you guys got? I didn't bet this game, but you bet
Dude, I'm
Alvarez?
waiting I've been watching for Senga's alt strikeouts the whole day, and they will not drop them.
Really?
I don't know why.
Rigged.
Don't know why.
If
Jerry?
you had to guess one guy in this lineup that you probably think I wouldn't bet in the Mets lineup to hit a home run today, who would it be? It's
One
not Tommy
guy-
Pham.
One guy in the Mets lineup. Is Escobar starting?
Not him either.
Marte? McNeil?
Marte.
Marte? It's interesting.
I'm
I don't hate
going
that.
Marte here. It's plus 900, and I do not touch this guy. I don't give a shit about his odds, whatever. I usually don't. I think this is a good spot for him. Obviously, the odds are insane. Suarez is one bad start from the Philly fans sending him to Guantanamo Bay. He also throws the sinker, which Marte has loved in the past. I mean, come on, Philly fans are brutal. This guy's going to be out of there if he gets rocked this game. I just think this is a good spot. Marte, this is a good get-right spot for his power anyway. He's loved lefties. Last season, he was raking against lefties, and he loves the sinker. This is like a perfect matchup. Struggling lefty versus Marte. I mean, it's not the pick everybody probably thought I was going to go with Alvarez or Alonso, but I'm trying to think a little bit outside the box here and hope it doesn't bite me in the ass, but I really think Marte gets his first home run off of left-hand pitching this season.
I don't hate that, and it's really hard to bet on somebody being due, I think, but he didn't turn into a bad hitter or turn into a guy that can't hit the ball at the ballpark in the offseason. He just didn't. Like he's too good at baseball. And I'm with you. He's got a righty left him. It's a great matchup for him. Suarez has not looked great. He's only given up one home run. Is that right through these 3 starts? But he has given up what?
Ton of hits.
Yeah.
That's because of that sinker, though. A lot of guys, you got to look for
hard to
the
lift the
guys
ball,
that
yeah.
can target the sinker
Yeah,
and hit that
that's
well. Because they'll just rock the shit out of it, but they'll hit it hard in the ground. And if the exit velo's there, they're gonna get a base hit regardless. But if a guy can time that right, that's gonna go about 450 feet.
Yeah. I don't hate that. Alvarez really jumped out at me today. I didn't end up betting. I just thought there was a little bit more value elsewhere. But I think one of the two of Alvarez or Vientos goes yard tonight too.
Vientos against a lefty. I mean, that's one of the guys I was looking at too. But I didn't want to give out too many picks. But obviously, Vientos versus a lefty this season, he's always gonna get good value.
Does Senga throw a sinker?
Fork
Doesn't.
ball.
Yeah. Somebody
the
said
old
Schwarber. What's up?
fork.
Yeah, the ghost fork rider. Somebody said Schwarber bangs sinkers. Schwarber plays for the Phillies. So does Ranger Suarez. So I don't think Singer really throws the true sinker. But yeah, I didn't end up betting this game. But the looks for me were either Vientos or Alvarez. I think one of them at least goes yard tonight. Think anything pitching wise? Somebody did just say several people have said they just released the Singa alt lines. Are you interested?
Okay.
Are you
I'll
interested
look right now.
to an X number? Okay, we'll
By the
move to
way,
the next game and come back to it.
By the way, Schwarber is his at bats have been
Terrible.
amazing lately. Just
Really?
great eye, and he's
Okay.
smacking the ball the last few games. It's just he looks like he's about to go on a run where we see a couple multi-home run games from him.
I haven't
And he has
watched
the
the Phillies
whip.
game in a minute, but
Every season he has those runs where he's like, "Oh, Schwarber hit 2 home runs again," But it looks like right now he almost hit 2 home runs on Sunday night. He basically got robbed of one and then hit the other one out. So he's trending way up.
I'll ask you, Jerry. You're a Mets guy. You think Senga's kind of figured it out lately and good matchup for him, or still
got
too
one bad
early?
inning in him, I think.
Yeah, it's like, but he usually bounces back. It usually comes early in the game where he starts to
Right.
get shelled a little bit.
His last 3, he's had 6, 12, and 7. His line's 5.5.
I think
His
it's
line is
fair.
what?
5.5, but it's juiced.
Mm.
I'm probably gonna stay away from it. I might throw him in something else with like 5 strikeouts and something else.
Yeah, I have no idea. Let me catch up on chat. Joseph, thank you for that subscription. Appreciate that. Thank you. Um, guys, we're gonna recap picks at the end. I promise. We're gonna recap picks at the end. I was on Vientos, didn't pull the trigger. I think it's a good look. Senga taking a dump tonight. Yeah, he's gonna take a dump in 1 inning, but I think he is still gonna get his strikeouts. But
That's just a Philly fan. I guarantee that guy's a Philly fan.
Could be. Jake McCarthy is hitting a bomb tonight. Who the hell does Jake McCarthy play for? I know. My dog barked. Sorry if you heard that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Vars. A poodle?
No, he's an 80-pound Weimaraner. Did you hear that? He's an 80-pound Weimaraner. My parents are here. When he gets excited, sometimes he kind of squeaks like that.
He's going through puberty.
Maybe. Before we move on, thanks again, Pickett Sports app. Use code GoldBoys. I seriously, I would be promoting this app if they weren't our sponsor. With how many guys that are playing every night, you have to have Pickett to be able to shop lines. If you're only using one book, you're doing it wrong. Like we pointed out, Adley Rutschman is plus 5-something, 6-something on FanDuel. You can get him all the way up to 814 or plus 900. I think I maybe even saw on PointsBet. So you're just throwing money away if you're only on one sports book, and it's really hard to be on multiple sports books without the Pickett Sports app. Use code GoldBoys. Also, sleeper picks if you're not in a quote unquote legal gambling state. Honestly, I think the best odds that I've seen, especially for bases on sleeper picks, truly like they have better odds than FanDuel on like a 3-leg total base parlay. So use code GoldBoys there as well. 1075 on 365. You sub, so you get one get out of jail free card, Joseph. Zach Greinke, Miles Michaelis. This might be the mid off of the night. I do have a bet in this game, but I'll let you guys start.
I'm gonna start with pass.
That's fair. Jerry?
Who do you think I'm gonna go with?
Goldschmidt?
No, the other team.
Oh,
Vinny.
Sasquatch.
Come on, man. Guy's hitting better on the road. Michaelis is fucking terrible against Michaelis. The guy's just not good against lefties. They're hitting 315 off him or something like that. They're hitting the shit out of the ball against him. This guy has too much power. I said it all season. I love this guy. It's like he flies under the radar, and he just keeps hitting home runs. He's gonna go for 30 this year, I think.
Not bad. Does he have rookie eligibility? I forget.
No.
He played last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's not a bad look. I've talked on this show before that I can't get the guy right. I have no idea. One of the better hitters in baseball, and I've bet him 3 or 4 times. He got like 1 hit and 20 at bats. So I can't figure him out. He's up there with Vladdy for me. So I'm gonna stay away from him. I do like Paul Goldschmidt tonight though. This is another one where I ended up taking. No, I did take FanDuel. This was the best number. It's not great. It's plus 360. I think these two pitchers could, there could easily be 5 home runs in this game. So I think you can get your 25 and free bets back. But I ended up putting 0.3 or $30 on Goldschmidt home run. That was plus 360 on FanDuel. Honestly, the odds were kind of not great elsewhere. Like he was plus 270 on Caesar, so even with the 25% boost token, that gets you to plus 338. So there's still better odds on FanDuel. So I like Goldie tonight. Greinke, I mean I like Greinke as a guy, but I think he's at the end of it here. He's given up 4 home runs and 133 plate appearances to righties. He is a little worse to lefties, but it's not an extreme split for Greinke. Also, not that extreme of a split for Goldie either. All 4 of the home runs he's given up were with his curveball to righties. That is, which he only throws 13% of the time to righties. Like I don't know. Every time he throws a righty or throws the curveball to the righty, it's got a chance to go out. Goldie just smashes curveballs from righties. I've got him at like a 462 batting average, 769 slugging. And he's only seen 44 of them this year. He's only swung and missed 3 times at a curveball from right-handed pitcher. He does not have a home run against that pitch, but he does have 6 hits, 4 extra base hits. And he also has a really good history against Greinke's. Not really good, but he's got 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and 29 at-bats. And he's only walked 3 times, which is kind of cool because I would just hate, like, if I bet on somebody that for home run or bases, like, I get so mad when they walk. They, like, at least strike out. You know, at least strike out. And his fly ball rate. This is what really got me. The last 5 days, his fly ball rate is up to 40%, which is really really high, and he's only hit one home run in that span too. So he's lifting the ball. He's hitting the ball hard. I really like Goldie and ID even at the lower number of plus 360.
Yeah, I was looking at Goldie too. So actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna parlay.
Ooh.
You really like Goldschmidt, and I
like
really
him.
like Vinny Pasquantino, by the way, because a lot of people are asking, they're like, "What's he talking about? Salvador Perez?" No, it's Vinny Pasquantino. They call him the Pasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Well,
Sasquatch.
the Pasquatch.
Have you
Close.
seen their they literally have a guy in a Bigfoot mascot that runs around literally for Vinny. It's hilarious. But what are you doing?
So them parlay together is a respectable plus 2679. So 26
bad.
to 1.
It's not bad
bad.
at all. $10 to win 260, or $100 to win 2600.
Let's not get crazy over here.
Not get too crazy. I don't hate that. A couple people mentioned Nolan Gorman. I don't hate that either. Lindor, Vinny, both is plus 6, or both parlayed on FanDuel is plus 4,800. Sorry, I had a hard time reading that chat. What's the Pickett? I think you might have meant what's the pick, but Pickett Sports app is an app you should download and use code GoldBoys. I don't hate Gorman tonight either. I won't argue with you about that. I personally like Goldschmidt a little more. No Bobby Witt Jr. That's a little tough for me. I don't think it's a bad play. He didn't jump out at me though. Anything else? Anything else that you guys looked at for this one that didn't end up taking? Nick's like, these pitchers stink. I don't care. Let's talk next game. All right, Shane McClanahan, Kyle Hendricks. It is I think good for baseball that Kyle Hendricks is back. You can feel how you feel about the Cubs in general. I think David Ross needs to be fired and probably should have been fired a month or two ago. But it's just cool to see Kyle Hendricks pitching again. Even he gave up 4 runs, 6 hits, and 4 2/3 against the Mets. So no home runs. I don't think he's that good anymore. So I think you can target him home run wise. Shane McClanahan is one of the best pitchers in baseball. So I don't know how you can really feel great about a Cubs player. To me, I didn't take anything in this game. To me, the things that kind of jumped out, Patrick Wisdom on the Cubs side, if you really wanted to. I don't love that. Honestly, I pick a lefty on the Rays. I really like Josh Lowe until I dug into the pitch mix, and I don't remember what the specifics were, but it is not does not fare well against the pitches that Hendricks throws. I don't know if it matters. Maybe that was Brandon Lowe. It was one of the Lows / Lows. I forget, honestly. Luke Raley is interesting.
If you're into watching guys throw 85 or 86, tune into Hendricks and Greinke tonight.
Right. Jerry's cooking something up on his phone right now.
I really don't know. I was actually thinking more strikeouts. I don't know. What about you, Nick? You thinking strikeouts here?
From
Against the Cubs?
McClanahan?
Yeah.
What is it, 7.5 still?
They strike out a lot. They do strike out a lot. Pickett Sports
is.
app will show you the line. Go GoldBoys.
Why is it so hard to find fucking
So
strikeouts?
Shane McClanahan, his last 6.5, 7.737. His last 4 starts, and there was a 9 and a 10 in there. There's also 5.
The strikeouts have been kind of down lately, but the Cubs
strike out a lot.
Cubs can pile them up.
Yeah, I've got a
top 5 in strikeouts. The Cubs.
yeah, I've got them at 3rd most last 2 weeks. Basically strikeouts per 9 innings. But it's not a bad look. You're probably going to be sweating it though. I would say.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on the number. I think if he gets it, probably. But again, I suck at strikeouts this season, so it doesn't matter. Somebody said Yandy, don't hate it. Brandon, which one is which? Which one's low? Which one's low?
I don't think Yandy stopped playing tonight.
Is he?
I don't think so. He wasn't leading off, so unless they moved him way down, which would be weird.
Brandon Lau, Josh Lowe, right?
Yes.
Spelled the same. English is stupid. Randy or Morel. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Listen, Christopher Morel doesn't give a damn who's pitching. It's been a while, right? It's been like 3-4 games since he's hit one out.
Tonight.
What's that?
No Diaz.
No Yandy. Randy hasn't been lifting the ball at all much, is what I'll say. I think he's always live to hit one out. I would lean bases if you like Randy tonight, personally. Morel hitting 9th. That's the other thing. What are we doing, Cubs? What are we doing, David Ross? Like, what are we doing? My mom's a big Cubs fan, and she loves David Ross a lot. But, like, why the hell is Christopher Morel hitting 9th on your team, and you've got guys who can't hit the baseball hitting 3rd? Like, anyway. I said Haas for Detroit hitting a home run today. Listen, that guy's at bats have been terrible. They've been really bad. He is gonna go on a run. He's like a historic slow starter. He's gonna go on a run here. He's gonna figure it out. I don't know if it's tonight. Maybe. Franco, somebody said, yeah. Not terrible. Morel got placed in limbo. I don't know what that means. But yeah.
I think I'm gonna do a brothers parlay here.
Okay.
I already like Nathaniel Lowe, so why don't I do Josh Lowe? I know you
That's
said
true.
maybe the numbers didn't match up. I think it's a fine matchup. You know.
Get low. Get low.
Oh Jesus, Nick! Come on, man.
We have to now.
What
We
are
don't have a-
2004?
We don't have a choice. Let me try to figure out. Keep talking, and I'm gonna try to find what I said about him earlier.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm not really too interested in this game. But I was looking at Josh Lowe anyway, and now that I love Nathaniel Lowe, you know, could be a little fun brothers parlay. What if the Lowe's and the Gurriels all hit a home run on the same day? Can you imagine that?
That would be wild. Somebody,
I would
we're
assume
gonna
you
get
would
to
have
that.
bet it, so.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that game. I have an interesting stat that somebody told me in the HFC if we're here told me I think in Discord this morning. But here's what I was all over. Josh Lowe was one of my favorite plays today. Until I saw that maybe I saw this wrong, but dude's left-handed and against a four seam from a righty this year, he's only batting .212, slugging .333. He swung and missed 24 times at the four seam fastball from right-handed pitchers. So that pushed me off of it. But everything else jumped out like crazy. Exit velo, fly ball percentage, everything else for him looked really, really good. So, thank you, Octopus. Help me out in Discord. Okay, Angels, White Sox, Mike Trout. That Ohtani guy, kind of a mid-off again here. Tyler Anderson is I mean, he's really not that good. Started off pretty strong, but well, strong-ish. He's really not that good. Giolito's really fallen off. You're really just helping the White Sox out by tanking his trade value too. Anything on this one? I saw a couple people on Lou Bob. That's not a bad look. He's really good at baseball.
What's up with Ohtani, man?
I don't know.
He's not hitting for shit.
Maybe he kind of does want to stay in LA, and he's trying to just sabotage his trade value so they can't.
I don't know, man. I would usually have liked Ohtani, but I just don't know what's going on with him lately. He's not there right now, you know.
Yeah, and that's another guy. He's going to come out of it, and may or may not be any indication in the numbers there for him. I said Drury. I don't love that against the righty. I don't know how much it matters that it's Giolito. Jake Berger against lefties. That's not a bad look. Somebody said Lou Bob's Luis Rob. How do you pronounce his last name, Jerry?
Robert.
You say Robert.
It is Robert.
Okay. I hear
originally
I hear
people were
Robert.
calling him Robert.
Okay, but it's just Robert. Okay.
Yeah.
He did look bad last night. Listen, the guy that jumped out at me, I don't know if he's starting, but Romy Gonzalez is like a not a power hitter, but he's really been lifting the ball out of nowhere the last few days. Like I don't know what his fly ball percentage the last few days is like 10 times as high what it usually is. He's got a couple home runs, I think, in the last few games, or at least one. I don't know what his odds are. You can check it on Pickett Sports, but that would be my I didn't bet anything on this game. That would be kind of my value play. I wouldn't hate Berger. You couldn't talk me.
There's one.
You could talk me into Ohtani. Go ahead.
There's one guy you just have to bet in this game looks red hot coming back from injury, and that's Eloy.
Ooh, he's not showing up yet for me. Go ahead.
He's there.
I think it's a minimum. It's a minimum at bat thing. But go ahead.
Yeah, he's putting together some great. He's looking like he came back focused and locked in instantly. So the same thing with Seager. Seager came off the injured list, and all of a sudden, it's like a trend with these guys, these good hitters, that they take a break, they get to analyze the game, and they come back and they're just locked in. And Eloy's right there right now.
He's plus 350. Air Dean said he's plus 350 on FanDuel. That's the thing. Somebody said Ohtani mid. Listen, Otani's not mid. Playing kind of mid right now, but yeah, I don't hate that look either. Right before he went on the IL, I was kind of all over him, especially for bases. But yeah, that's not a bad look, especially against a guy in Tyler Anderson who in his last 1, 2, 3, 4 starts and not that many innings, giving up 5, 6, 7 home runs in 4 starts. So yeah, I don't hate that either. Romy Gonzalez is interesting though. Keep an eye on him. I don't know. I didn't bet him like I said, but that was interesting. I love that look too though. All right. Joe Ryan.
Whoever said Otani is mid, I completely agree. And the Mets should trade Tommy Pham and Mark Hanna for him. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
We have like a family group chat. So it's me and my brother, my grandpa, and my cousin, just talking about the Yankees mostly. My brother asked me what it would take to get Otani to the Yankees, and I said like Yankee Stadium, the Statue of Liberty, and like Aaron Judge probably. I don't know.
I don't think he wants to play in the East Coast. Everybody's got to get that out of like he's not coming to the Mets. I gave that up a long time ago. He wants to stay close to Japan. Who the hell wants to live in New York when your whole family's in Japan? You know how long that flight is? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but at the same time, like if there's already an ocean there, like to me, I've never had. Yeah, I guess my wife's family's in Germany. It is pretty hard already with the
maybe on a short-term deal if you want to experience like something different. But I just don't see him playing long-term, like a 10-year deal on the East Coast.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Like it may have meant if they almost have to. If they're not if they're not within striking distance at least by the deadline, to me, they almost have to trade him because I don't think he's going to go back there.
You also got to think about it this way. He has so many endorsements in Japan. He is not only in front of his family, he's constantly traveling there for business. So it's not a reality, I think.
Yeah, and if you watch an Angels game, like half the advertisements in that ballpark are in Japanese, which is just, I mean, it's cool, like how global baseball is. Just a little weird to see sometimes. But yeah, like if he really wants to contend though, the Dodgers, like
Kansas City.
It would be really interesting to see him on this Rangers team. That would be cool.
Oh, Seattle. With some of the young guns in Seattle.
That's interesting too.
Ichiro's footsteps.
That might be it. Anyway, Joe Ryan, Brandon, how the hell Bielak? What's this guy's name for the Astros? Bielak.
Sounds like a type of formula.
That guy stinks. Bielak does stink. He really stinks. So I was really hoping.
Look at his home numbers though.
Ooh, didn't look at the home road splits. I'm glad I didn't end up betting this game. I really wanted to take Willie Castro against him because I think the odds would have been like plus 1,000 on some books, and I think he's gonna hit a couple against the righty here in the next week. But he's not in the starting lineup, so I didn't bet anything in this game. You guys got anything?
Nope.
I kind of like Bielak's K's against the Twins, who swing at just about everything. He has a good slider. I think his line's 4.5 still. It was like 4.5 minus 118 right before the show. It jumped up a little bit. Twins lineup swing. I mean, they strike out a ton.
I've got him at
and he has good swing
righty.
and miss slider stuff. So, better at home than on the road. I think he had 9 in one of his home starts. So I don't mind that look either.
Okay, we can just move along then. It's not a bad look. Everybody's asking me about everybody on the Braves. So we got Bryce Elder, JP Sears. Pick a righty on the Braves. Pick a lefty even if you want. I would prefer a righty. It's not a bad bet, is what I'll say. I do have a play on this game. What do you guys have?
I mean, I gotta stick with it. I gotta go with Sean Murphy against the A's. I gotta do it. I mean, the guy's he's one of the best hitters in baseball this season. Gonna make us a little noise for MVP. I hate to say it. I fucking hate the Braves, but he looks too good this year, and the A's are just gonna get rocked here. Sears sucks.
I'm also
like you said, pick a righty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am also.
Luna, right?
No, I'm going on Murphy. I'm with you on Murphy. So I ended up taking Murphy. I think I used. Let me see. I did end up taking this one. This was my other Caesars boost, so I got him up to plus 475 on Caesars. He's only plus 370 on FanDuel. This is one that I think you have a chance to get your full 25 back on FanDuel, but it almost has to be all Braves, which is very possible. Like I said, Sears has looked a little better his last couple starts. I watched him a lot with the Yankees with the farm system. His stuff is okay. I think he's going to figure it out and have a decent career, but He's still struggling real hard against righties. He's been a little better against lefties. I did look at Ozuna. I did looked at Albies too. It almost seems like the universe is telling us it's going to be Acuna tonight. But I'm all over Murphy with you again. That was a quarter unit on Caesars plus 475. I used one of my profit boosts on him. Nerd numbers here. Sears against righties this year: 177 plate appearances, 12 home runs, 19 total extra base hits. He's given up 5 home runs to righties with his four seam alone, and another 4 home runs to righties with his sweeper, and that's 17 total extra base hits between those two pitches. He throws a four seam 50% of the time to righties, sweeper at 30%. He'll mix in a bad changeup as well. I've got Murphy at a 423 batting average and an 808 slugging versus the lefty four seam and sleeper. With my home run metric is really high for him there too. The only big concern with me for Murphy is the fly ball rate is really low right now. It's like 6%, but he hasn't seen a whole lot of lefties recently. If you look only at his kind of at his log against lefties, the fly ball percentage goes way up. Like, he's had 13 batted balls total in May against the lefty, and 3 of them have been fly balls, so that's not as terrible. There's also another 300 plus mile an hour line drives and 208 mile an hour ground ball. So he's really hitting the ball hard, and I think he's going to get some lift against JP Sears tonight. Oakland Ballpark always scares you a little bit, but yeah, I'm in for these odds.
Kenny just subscribed, and I think he wants to see my feet.
Kill Kenny is what's up, man? I missed that in the chat. Kill Kenny in the chat. How's it going? Oh my god, he actually did it. Wait, can we go full cam? We do that again? Let's go. And he gifted 5 subs. If Tone Stamp was producing instead of me multitasking, there would have been like a bunch of like notifications and sounds and stuff. I don't have those on, so my bad. Kenny, thank you, man. Thank you. Anytime you want to jump on the show, just let us know, man. Can't believe that just happened.
I'll do a lot
that,
more
right?
for some more subs. Let me know.
So yeah, that's what I'm on. Other people asking about people on the Braves. None of them are a bad bet, especially if they're right-handed. It worries me a little bit going too crazy, just exposure-wise in this game, just because it's in Oakland. But you know, you guys have probably heard me talk about how terrible this franchise is right now, and how I hate it for just A's fans. It sucks. So pick a righty. Pick anyone to hit a home run against the Oakland Athletics for the rest of the year is not going to be a bad bet, except Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. So yeah, Arcia, Julian. Yeah, talk about some replies. We're gonna get to that. I didn't even. This is gonna be funny because I didn't even warn these two we were gonna do this. I guess I did it in that tweet. That is coming. I've got 3 parlays from the replies to my tweet this morning. We're gonna kind of just like talk through a show. We're already at an hour though, so we gotta pick up the pace a little bit. I better shut up. Kyle Freeland and whoever's going for Arizona. My data broke, so let me find it real
Zach
quick.
Gallen, he's kind of
Gallen,
good.
he's really good at baseball. Might want to Cy Young here tonight, this season. I didn't take anything in this one. Gabby Moreno, interestingly enough, jumped out at me bases wise for sure. Maybe even for a home run. Ketel Marte, I really wanted to take. I don't think he's playing though. Is that right?
Yeah, he's playing.
He is. Ketel Marte is interesting. I didn't end up taking anything. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Oh, the interesting stat. Fact check me on this, chat. Let me know. HFC, one of my guys in the Discord, told me that Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who is right-handed, hasn't hit a home run against a lefty since 2021. You guys know that? That's wild. That is wild. But I didn't.
I don't touch him for his lefties.
The average and the bases are kind of there, but I don't know. I might order Lourdes Gurriel Jr. jersey. He kind of saved me from retirement in the profession of gambling last night when he got his second hit that was also a home run. Cashed a
Well, you know who hits
plays for me.
lefties well, but it's kind of broken right now.
Christian Walker. Yeah, he
Guys,
stinks right now.
But he's getting hits again. He's starting to little by little trend back up. But you know, when he goes into those power runs, it's kind of ridiculous. But he's ice cold as far as power. He's had a few one in track shots in the last week, but He hasn't been able to get one over the fence. I am gonna take him again though. It's just based on the lefty righty matchup, and plus he's on a 3-game hit streak. He's starting to trend a little bit back up.
Very quietly, because it's the Rockies, I think Ryan McMahon has a homer in what, 3 or 4
4 straight games.
4 straight games. Zach Allen is really good. He's I don't, if you guys probably don't watch a whole lot of Diamondbacks baseball, but Zach Allen got to be the NL front runner for Cy Young right now, right? Like just on another level. I know that's a little tough, but he's seeing the ball really, really well right now. If he can get, if he gets a righty out of the bullpen, that could be interesting. Maybe like a live bet situation for me.
If I remember correctly, Ryan McMahon could not hit home runs on the road last season. That's why I didn't touch him when he had this 3-game home run streak at home. And
oh yeah, he don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
I was like, it was a nice little streak he had, but now he's going back on the road, and then boom, hits one. But it's a different animal when you're going against Zach Allen.
Nick, anything pitching wise?
Only thing I'd look at is maybe a Gallon PPD in this game. Whatever can get you close to even money. Probably have to be 5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Listen, if you guys haven't been paying attention to the NL West, the Diamondbacks are really good. I think I don't think they beat the Dodgers out for the division, but I definitely think they're getting a wild card spot. Unless something, obviously, it's still May, so something drastic could happen. But right now they look like a playoff team, and you give me Zach Allen in a game 7, if they can get it there, I'm going to feel pretty good no matter who they're up against. So that's interesting. All right, Nestor Cortez Jr., Logan Gilbert. I have another potential live bet look here. Aaron Judge, he's really good. He's probably going to hit one, but he's going to be negative money again soon. I think he spent 10 days on the IL, and I think has the same number of home runs as he did last year on the state, which is just wild. So I have a live bet potential scenario, but you guys got anything?
I mean, immediately you look at the lefty righty, you look at Teoscar Hernandez right away. Are they going to stop letting Cortez face the order in the 3rd time through?
That's exactly where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going. If Julio Rodriguez sees Nestor Cortez Jr. a 3rd time, I'm almost definitely live betting his next at bat home run. I have no idea if the odds are worth it. Nestor Cortez Jr. first 2 times through the order, really, really good. I think it maybe has something to do with the pitch clock or whatever, but he loses 5-6 miles per hour on his fastball that wasn't that fast to begin with. And I think it's less about the 3rd times through the order and more about just the pitches and the innings and the time that he's out there. But Cortez 8+, I wouldn't touch it, honestly. Last year, yes. McAfee. McAfee in the Twitch chat said, "What's up? Did Jerry show his feet yet?" Gil Kinney said, "Yes, he did." We're gonna have the clip. Wait, who had you on the commercial? We're gonna send that to them for their next one, Jerry. Paranormal Bass's feet. Paranormal. Somebody mentioned under 2.5 earned runs. I'm guessing for Gallon as a nice parlay piece with JD Martinez over 1.5 hits. Runs, RBIs. That's not a bad look. It's not a bad look. I think the Rockies are a little bit better than they're playing. I don't think it matters with Gallon out there, but that's the only potential looks for me.
I'm probably just gonna stick with Teoscar for this game. I love Julio's trending way up. He's hitting the ball hard. He's back, 100% back. But I just got to go with the lefty righty matchup. 4 for 10 versus Nestor. So he hits him. He knows him well. Hits him hard. So
yeah, not a bad look. And again, if they let Nestor see that lineup for a 3rd time, I mean, Teoscar, Ty France, Cal Raleigh. I'm going to be on Julio, but pick a righty that they might go on that 3rd time through.
I'm surprised that they let him go to that 3rd because they have a big analytics team. It's them, the Rays.
They don't have a choice right now, man. They don't have a choice. They had Herman on the suspension. You can't replace that roster spot, so their bullpen was in a tough spot. And injuries especially bad.
The Rays did this with Blake Snell about a while back. They wouldn't let him see a 3rd time through, and it was effective. I think that's what you have to do with Nestor here. Yeah.
McAfee, I can't stop watching Ben Joyce. That is, if you guys haven't seen, I think it's Pitching Ninja or something, Ben Joyce's debut. It is wild. They called it a sinker at 103. It almost like it moved up. I don't know. That shit's wild. Coming out of Tennessee too, right, Nick? Is that right?
Yeah.
And
He has
he's
so much torque on his arm, though. He's
He's
looking for
gonna have,
trouble.
I was texting McAfee last night. I said he's gonna have Tommy John within the next year.
Yeah, it's so
That's
much
His,
torque.
tough.
the way his delivery is, it's like it's not smooth at all, and it's
Kilkenny
so
to
much
Julio.
velocity.
Yeah, listen, if he's out there, turn it on though. For as long as he's out there. Jerry, we need a 2 home run round robin. That sounds really degen, but that could be interesting. Ketel Marte, I like Ketel Marte. That's not bad. Joyce is a monster. Yes, he is. He throws ball very hard. Teoscar home run. Nestor 10 strike. I literally have a Nestor Cortez shirt. Like I have the Super Mario like nasty Nestor shirt. He's like one of my favorite players in baseball. He's struggling right now. He's really struggling right now. I don't know. Pirates Giants. You guys touching this one? Do we have a pitcher for the Giants? It was TBD earlier, right? Or I don't know. Oviedo for the Pirates, who's kind of mid, but also not. I don't know. He doesn't give up home runs, but he does give up a lot of runs. I don't even know who's pitching for the Giants, but
It's like Brebbia or whatever that guy's name is.
I'm guessing it's a bullpen game.
Yeah, it is. He's a opener.
I think McCutcheon's gonna go soon. I don't know when. It's hard for me to predict. It's not a great ballpark. Brebbia, thank you, Rusty Pickles. That's an interesting Twitch name. Okay. Nothing on this one. Sawinski,
right now
yeah.
Sawinski feels like Barry Bonds playing in San Francisco right now.
Yeah.
So he's it's hard not to bet on him. I think we see maybe a double splash down in McCovey Cove at Sawinski and Conforto this game.
Ooh, I don't mind that. Okay. Washington Nationals. Jake Irvin, Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman, not a bad look. Max Muncy, honestly, not a bad look. I didn't bet this game either, but got anything on this one?
I don't even the Nationals. I don't even know what to do with them as an offense. If you could take total bases, they don't strike out a lot. They have no power. It's just they're not a fun team to bet unless you're parlaying a bunch of hits together and stuff like that.
I kind of like the team. Lane Thomas twice now. I think I bet on him to hit a home run and his bases. He's gone 0 for 4 the day I bet on him. The next day he gets a home run. I think that's literally happened twice to me this year.
Yeah, I usually bet on Meneses.
He's good.
I just can't touch him. I don't get him right.
Been solid.
I just don't get him right. It's not fun for me. So
Gonsolin's been solid. Listen, the Dodgers fans for some reason, from what I was seeing, are like, Gonsolin's kind of mid or average. Listen, Tony Gonsolin, there are a lot of teams in Major League Baseball right now that would kill to have Tony Gonsolin in their rotation. Kilkenny says Sawinski always hits 2 if he hits 1. I think he's hit 2 home runs like 4 times this year. Yeah, I'm in. I'm with you. Tucapita home run. That's not a bad look. Colin, Freddie Freeman, I like it. Mookie. Mookie doesn't have that many. I don't know. That's probably a dumb thing to say, but I feel like anytime I see Mookie like getting hits, it's always a home run. I don't know. Okay.
He's last 11 games he's had 2 total bases 5 times, maybe 2 home runs in that span. So he's like sporadic right now. He's not like you said, bet him against a lefty. Because I think that trend was what you said, right? It was like a crazy number against lefties.
It is.
But I can't touch him otherwise. But I can touch Max Muncy.
Yeah.
I can't. When you're sick, you can't say certain things. I'm
Max Muncy, like the double M is tough too. Thoughts on Trout? We'll get back there. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, but you got to bet a lefty against Irvin. So if Freddie is just. He's such a good hitter. He's such a good natural hitter. He could go the other way. He could hit doubles. But trying to get him right for a home run, man, it's driving me nuts. But one guy that does hit the shit out of a ball is Max Muncy, so I'll go with that.
Not a bad look. What are the odds? Biggest sports you got in front of you? If not, it's okay. We can come back to it.
Just reset. Nice.
Okay. So now I don't know if you guys saw. I got 3 like Twitter parlay contributions. Well, guys, get your thoughts real quick. This one is from Monotone Football. I think he was trolling, but it's kind of interesting. Ben Rortvedt at plus 800, Jonah Bride plus 1100, Gabriel Arias plus 850. What is that? 100 something to 1 or 1,000, whatever that is, plus 102, 500. I'm pretty sure he was trolling here, but honestly, like for the odds, it's not. Ben Rortvedt is gonna run into one. I don't know if he's starting. Then I don't think the Yankees have posted a lineup yet. Jonah Bride, I have no idea about, but I just pulled last weekend. I pulled his autographed rookie card out of a random just like Topps pack of baseball cards. So just that alone, I kind of like that. And Gabriel Arias, not many people are talking about, but I think he might go on a run here. Truly, that's not me trolling. So this is not going to hit, obviously, but it's kind of interesting. This is one of the those wild ones. Any thoughts there?
But the Guardians are going to be a team with about 8 shortstops on the field pretty soon. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
They're just a shortstop factory. All right, they moved Rosario to the outfield. What are they going to do with this kid now? Then, now they have 2 shortstops on the roster. It's like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to find one that's going to be a superstar. But
Padres have like
good.
6 shortstops in the starting lineup, and none of them are hitting the ball. I don't know.
That's true. They got Tatis, Bogarts, Machado.
Kim.
Who else?
Jason Kim is like literally their shortstop. Yeah.
Cronenworth can play shortstop.
Yeah, like literally six guys who are former shortstops start for the Padres. It's not going very well for him right now. This one is from Joey21 Espo. This one's actually, I think, really interesting. I actually like it a lot. I'm on Jorge Soler personally. Francisco Alvarez, I was very close to taking, and he got him a plus 650 this morning. I think it looks like so. And Nolan Gorman is another good look. I think this is one that's really interesting to me, and I actually might tail him on. Thoughts?
Someone said getting closer to game times. You guys need to make up your mind. We already put all our bets.
We did.
We're done.
We got like 25 minutes. I got a lot to take it too. Okay, last one. I think this is a good one too. Skip Sanderson on Twitter gave me this one. This one actually includes 2 guys that you're on and 1 guy that I talked about. So this is another not a bad look here. Devers, Sasquatch, and Acuna. I like this one. I might tail him on this one too.
Yeah, I will probably switch. Actually, no, I'll just tail it. I'm not gonna, because if I switch it to Murphy,
it's good. Yeah, you're gonna be wrong. That's not. I like this one. Okay, this is what I ended up playing. And I know you're gonna say, Eli, you said round robins are for cowards. I like specifically designed this one. Okay, and the best odds were on PointsBet. But the one on the left is, so these are the 5 guys that I took straight tonight. Seager, Soler, Rutschman, Goldschmidt, Murphy. I posted another 3-leg that was like, I think, I forget, but Soler, Seager, Rutschman, something like that. I was trying to break out the 5 guys that I liked and a couple different tickets, and I was like, you know what, this is actually a really good use of the round robin feature. So I'm just gonna take it by 3s on PointsBet. The odds were insane. For any 3 of the 5 that I like the most, which is Seager, Soler, Rutschman, Goldschmidt, Murphy, and then I did end up throwing $5 on PointsBet again here on Soler, Seager, the same 5 without Goldschmidt or without Adley, sorry, because I think he's the biggest odds for a reason. I think that really does have the lowest potential to hit, but that's Murphy, Goldie, Seager, Soler, $5 to win $2,100. I'm in. So, Chad, for those asking, I'll drop all these back in the YouTube chat here. I did also end up taking, I think I took Murphy and Rutschman total bases as well. But we're over time. Dinger Tuesday. Happy Dinger Tuesday. Anything else? Sorry, Chad, I'm sorry if I missed your questions. Marty MC, y'all know you can rewind the video. That's funny.
Yeah, so some of my pick, I guess, is recap time?
Yeah, recap.
All right, I have listed here.
You want Nick to go
Obviously,
first? Give you
Blair,
some time? You good?
We're on this. What?
Go.
Can I go now? Thanks.
Yeah, I love you.
We're on the same page with Soler, right? You went Seager. I think I'm gonna laugh in your face when Nathaniel Lowe goes yard.
I said it was a good pick.
I just like making fun of you. We're on the same page with Adley Rutschman, unfortunately. Just one, they want to be contrarian a little bit. Rafael Devers, I think we're on the same page with that, right?
I didn't bet it, but I do like it.
Yes. I went with Starling Marte. I think I'm probably the only one betting on him tonight. Plus 900. It's probably my juiciest pick today. If I had to pick one between Sawinski and Conforto, unfortunately, Sawinski just had a great game. Conforto's odds are plus 600, so I'm going with the juicier one. It's Dinger Tuesday. Max Muncy, very chalky, but you gotta go with a lefty there, and I'd like him over Freddie Freeman. Sean Murphy, obviously, against his former team. Christian Walker, Tough, a little tough of a pick. It's like he's been trending a little bit back up, so I'm hoping that the power comes here and against the left-hand pitcher, Vinny Pasquantino, another juicy pick plus 600. I'm gonna post on Twitter a watered-down version. I hate that this is 10 legs long. Obviously, we can't bet 10 legs on Dinger Tuesday. I'm probably gonna narrow this down. Probably gonna do like a little round robin for like 50 cents, whatever per wager, and like do like a 4-leg, whatever it is. Gonna narrow this list down and post it on Twitter because obviously a lot of people can't bet 10 home runs.
I know.
You can't even bet it legally. You put 10 cents on a 10-legger. It's like $2.9 million. They won't even allow you to put it in.
Nick, what do you got? You just had the one. Did you end up taking Kikuchi or no?
I got Kikuchi, and then if you want to look at Bilac, Bayo, maybe Elder for the Braves.
All right. Going anything that Nick finally locks in? I'm not kidding. He's the best strikeout better I've seen all year in a really tough market. That's not me talking shit or trolling. GoldBoys.com. Everything that me and Nick bet on. Thanks again, Pickett Sports. Thanks again, Sleeper Picks. We're back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We're back tomorrow 5 o'clock. YouTube, I did just drop everything that I bet on in the YouTube chat. Barry's going to post some stuff on Twitter. And I think that's it. So good luck on your bets. I got to go eat dinner and stuff. And, yeah, I got to find the thanks for watching screen too. But thanks, guys.
Hey, feel better.
Like,
Gary.
comment, subscribe on YouTube. Gary, whatever. See you, Nick.
See ya.